Are we live? All right. It is the live Drive Jive archive with your host, Frank Monday. I couldn't see if that thing was going to connect. It looked like it was stalling out. Who knows? Whenever Susan and the powers that be are trying to throw a monkey wrench at you, you just got to sit back and relax. Don't worry about it. Today's a bit of an unusual day, like every day, all right? It's all a unique combination each and every day. But it's a Friday, and I left at 6 on the button. And so I figured if I start putting myself out on the road at 6 on the nose, then maybe the traffic conditions will be better. The roads are still wet from overnight dew. There hasn't been a frost yet, so that's interesting. Mochir Teedrick's out in the happy land. Welcome, wizard, warrior, wanderer, and wayfarer alike. This is the Live Drive Jive archive with your host, Frank Monday, coming at you Monday through Friday on the morning grind edition out of the central kingdom of the celestial dragon Twilight Zone, Old Peking. Welcome to another transmission as we open our dark mirror and use the magics of the eighth sphere to generate a presence in that most dark, condensed, super materialized reality. I'm finishing off JP Farrell, Jeff. So yeah, I'm doing good. My wife had the car. It's a rental car, this one, and she had it super clean so that we can return it to the owner. And she said, "Make sure you don't smoke in it." And I'm like, "Okay." I will not. No, I've got a car, Jeff, but my wife thinks it's hers. So she likes, whoa, this fucking joker. What are you, joker? Yeah, he was a joker. Oh, well, that put me under 80 for the on ramp. So that's good. What was I going to say? I was going to say, sometimes you got to let people think that they've got power when they really don't. And, like buying the wife a car and her thinking that it's hers, that gives her a lot of like a JP Farrell, um, a rolled gold, some of that Martian herb. Uh, yeah, wow, this looks nice. There is, in fact, a difference if you leave 10 minutes earlier. I keep pushing it back 10 minutes early, 10 minutes early. But that's cutting into my dreamland time, man. See if I can't correct that shadow. No, there's nothing I can do about it, man. Sun's coming up right out of the east. Hail unto thee who art raw in thy rising, even unto thee who art raw in thy strength, who travellest over the heavens at the uprising of the sun. Tahuti, great god of magic, Thoth, Hermes Trismegistus, stands in his splendor at the prow, and Ra-Hoor-Khuit abideth at the helm. Hail unto thee from the abodes of the night. So it is commanded and confirmed. So mote it be. Yes. Here we go. Once again, we are on the superhighway, and there's actually a flow state at 6 a.m. that I have not seen in a long time. This is going to be the golden ticket from now on. Hit the road at 6 with a little cash in my pocket so I don't have to play electronic check-in with the trolley trolls, and that'll keep the show going. Yeah, you got it, Jeff. You're figuring it out, man. You're learning the magic. Do good magic, Jeff. Drive those demons away. Surround yourself with that scintillating white light of the Godhead. Invite down your holy guardian angel from the kingdom of heaven to dwell within you. Was it not the Christ child himself who said, I am the manifestation of my Father in the prime material plane? I and my Father are one. And he did not abandon his mother or the feminine. He took a bride, that high priestess of esoteric arts, Mary Magdalene, leader of the tribes out of Israel, the true source of power in the kingdom. Wow, that's a secret you're not supposed to reveal on live television. Sorry about that, guys. I started to wax a little poetic there, doing the prayer. Um, I can't read the chat. I got my reading glasses today, Jeff, so I can fucking read you and not miss your comments. Because you're always over there giving me shit if I'm not on top of it. You are the gadfly on the ass of society, Jeff. That's good. That makes you like Socrates. I can't do that, bro. That cuts off my long range vision. That increases my 5 foot vision, but puts my long range vision at 0. Or not even 5 foot. What are reading glasses increase like within maybe 2 feet of the eyes? All come into magnified absolute clarity. But everything beyond that becomes a complete blur. So sadly, I can't check the chat until I get to a safe zone, man. But I'm there with you, Jeff. I am there with you in spirit, broadcasting into your living room across those etheric waves. Oh, there's some cautionary shit on the side of the road up there. I had to interrupt myself. Breaking news, guys. There was a flatbed cargo vehicle down at the right hand side. Hey, I remember the Live at the 5 updates on the LA traffic radio. That's good shit, man. When you're getting live reports on changing traffic conditions via a radio jockey, that's one of the fucking benefits of being able to live in Los Angeles County is free live radio, AM and FM, and a lot of it broadcasting at a very clear transmission level, like 50,000 hertz, 100,000 hertz. I mean, you can pick those stations up in the desert of Nevada out there with Art Bell and George Norrie. Is Norrie in the deserts of Vegas as well? Pushing up cacti? I must still be feeling that eccentric philosophical Aquarian energy. But we're moving into Pisces, guys. You're gonna guys have to go check with Miss Mary Moon on when what time is the transit of the luminary, the dark luminary, the evening luminary into the wandering luminary, the sister of the sun, his wife. He's constantly chasing her, huh? His girlfriend, anyway. Where's the money? I misplaced the money. There's the $10 bill. Dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all. I called these bucks the other day, and some of the foreigners who just come over, they're like, you can't call that a buck. It's a Chinese money. And I'm like, what? What? Buck? Buck is a measure word for a single unit of something. So yeah, they get upset. They get worried. They're like the Mao Zedong will never replace the petrodollar, the U.S. petrodollar. Don't call that fucking thing a buck. That thing couldn't wear a Old Glory. 你好，谢谢. Wow, she was cute. I wonder why they occasionally stick a real cute meter maid. Actually, I'd say of the females in this part of town, 90% of them are cute. We'll not go there. I'm a married man. I ain't allowed to be commenting on cute girls. Maybe you're wrong about what, Jeff? I can't read it, Jeff. We're coming up on the red light, though. I can have a quick look-see at what Monsieur Tiedrick is pontificating on in the ideas room. Fire up your pipe, Monsieur Tiedrick. Throw a shawl over your knees. Put your feet up on the ottoman and pour yourself a glass of whiskey because we're going to get into the thick of it. They're after me Lucky Charms, Jeff, but they'll never get them. I probably shouldn't fire that up just yet. Gotta trick myself into quitting. I've done it before. We'll do that. And if I notice it, then I'll smoke it. I'll do it later. I'll have a little coffee because I'm getting a bit of the rattlesnake mouth. Getting a big pot in the gob. Need a shot of the whiskey. Pour me a tipple. Oh, hell, go ahead and make it a triple. Wow, this dude is got his cargo van and he's got like 10 wide angle boxes strapped to the top. Makes it reminds me of people of carrying Christmas trees around on their car. Uh, a Christmas tree farm boy that can Boy Scout lash a Christmas tree to the top of your car and help you cut it down and help you carry it back to the car. That is a that's really something. Let me tell you. When was the last time you went to a pumpkin patch or a Christmas tree farm? That's a culture worth preserving right there. The Chinese are very wary of our extremely attractive culture because any unique culture really has to be stamped out with an iron fist, with an iron toed boot, a jackboot, stomping on your freedoms, a jackboot on the throat of the hoi polloi. 6 a.m. seems like we've got a fairly decent connection. Right when I say that, it'll cut out, huh? Let's hope not. All righty. I don't know what to do with myself. This free flow of traffic is something else, man. It's a pleasure. It's a delight. It's fantastic. Beautiful. Wow, some dude sitting on the fucking stoop out in the street. Don't sit on the side of the fucking street with your legs dangling out into the street. I mean, that's just looking for trouble. Seems a bit arrogant to me, in fact. The hubris. Here's something. I'll tell you an interesting curiosity about Chinese countryside culture that you might not know and you might find titillating and interesting. But they have what are called nongjia yards in the countryside. So it's a farmer's house, and basically they build them compound style with a wall around them, like old school Chinese domiciles, and they're cool. They're kind of industrial, very commie, but what a beautiful way to live, I think. You know, having your own set of buildings, internal courtyard with a gated system. Imagine that. American suburbia think they got it good, right? They did until the days of the infiltration of the American system. Now you got gangsters running around doing drive-bys. At the sign of a first drive-by, Americans should have sandbagged around every single home in America, every single suburban home to remind you that we are at war. And just because you don't see it doesn't mean they're not going to fucking drive by and shoot your house up. So anyway, get back. But I digress. The Chinese compound style nongjia out in the countryside around the cities are really something else, man. You get your entire square block gated in with all the buildings facing inward towards your own courtyard, right? So anytime you want to enjoy natural weather,
You just walk into your court, you walk right out your door, and you've got your own bit of heaven right there in the center where the chi gathers, right? It's a very secret system of feng shui.
And if everybody lived like that, everybody'd be much healthier and much happier. But the fucking man, he don't want that shit. He wants wide open, matchbook style houses one after another, so he can drive by and look in your fucking window. So the Chinese figured it out. Anyway, with that said, so you think having that little paradise, right? That little piece of paradise that you own and operate and live in and raise your family out of, you would think that you would spend all of your time in the courtyard, like me, the man of the house would spend all the time in the courtyard, and maybe he does. But it always sends to me when I'm driving through the countryside. Rather than that, everyone in the house will gather out on the stoop, right on the road where all the traffic's going by, and sit there and chat. And I'm like, why put yourself on display like that and run the risk of a car, swerving and killing all of you suddenly? I guess it's the excitement of cars zipping by and looking at different people. That's what it is. But I don't think I'd do that, man. Maybe from the tower, because my ideal compound, courtyard, house, dwelling would have a tower, a wizard's tower. And I guess maybe some of them do, and the wizard is up there. And it's all the people that aren't in the tower that are out there sitting on the stoop watching the cars go by. Huh. Maybe we just figured something out together. What drives those rural folk here in China? Every time I've been out to the country and I see that, and I tell my wife, I'm like, we're fools living in the city. You know that, don't you? And she's like, why you want to be out in the country? And I'm like, the power, the freedom to have a home where you've actually got, like feng shui interacting with you, direct view of the sky, and a gate. All right, build more walls, guys. You guys need to get your asses fucking busy and build that wall running from the and build that wall running from the I don't know. You just have to start from like Florida, right? The crook of the elbow, the armpit of Florida's dick, the ball sack, where the ball sack begins, the Gulf of Mexico, and then just straight across into Baja California, right? You know what you guys could do? You could send Department of Homeland Stability down into Mexico and just make the whole thing one fucking Disneyland, right? From top to bottom. Push the borders, though. Don't no longer call it Mexico. Call it the southern Mexican state of the USA, and then go all the way north into Canada. Put that old glory. Get rid of the Canadian flag. Get rid of the Mexican flag, and just old glory from stem to stern, from tip to top. That'd square you away, America. And then, yeah, but there's not anybody. That's all criminals in government. So there's no one with a spirit to do that. There's no one. There's very few people in that institution that genuinely represent the spirit of 1776. Like your boy Frank Monday, he's representing 1770. Hey, we'll hold the cigarette until I get parked, all right? And then we'll hold the chat and the reading glasses until I get parked. So this was just a 20-minute warm up, guys. We've got another 20 minutes once we get there. So we'll do a 40-minute show this morning, provided the stars stay aligned. We'll have a little coffee instead. Master Nee said that I won't tell you what Master Nee said. Buy his books. If you want to know what Master Nee and his boys are talking about, then just get on 7 Star Communications and buy the books yourself. Good God, I read that shit for 30 years. Some of those books I've read hundreds of times. His copy of Lao Tzu I've read hundreds of times. His copy of The Universal Way, The Way, the Truth, and the Light, The Divine Feminine, all of those books. Every single book they published up until like 2010, I read. That's lots of books, guys. Get on 7 Star Communication and see how many books they have. Then you'll know.
I literally should have, and I kind of did. But nah, until you're published in that field, you don't really deserve to call yourself a master. And all of my publications are secret and unpublished, right? They're in the form of um, chest high stacks of journals from high school till now, and one day they will be revealed. Hopefully, I'll have enough energy and enthusiasm to get that done when I'm in my twilight year. Hopefully, I make it to the twilight years, right? That's when you're supposed to compile your memoirs, not at 40, 40, 40 something, 42. My father said you never get past 42 if you're a man. Always tell people you're 42, but I don't know if I agree with that. There's nothing wrong with admitting your age, right? Date yourself. And we've arrived. All right, guys, that was a pleasant little drive. That went a lot faster without the traffic. Jesus, how long did that take? That only took 25 minutes without traffic, guys, I think, if my calculations are correct. No, 30. My bad, it took 30. Wow, I didn't know that was possible. If I left at 4 a.m., maybe it really would only take 25 minutes. But I'm not gonna leave that early. If I lived here, then it would only take me 30 seconds to walk over to the class. But I'm not gonna do that either. All right, guys, I have arrived at the hiding place, right? We'll call it the hiding place, the secret garden, where I am not subject to lithium head, and I can get good work done without the fear of scrutiny by lesser individuals. And I don't fear the scrutiny of lesser individuals, but I am wary of their machinations, the dirt they try to engage in behind your back. And so you never let them catch you slipping, right? That's the fucking key. You've got to throw up the flaming pentagrams in your magic circle of protection and embrace the truth of the six-rayed star. Frank, did you see what Grumpy Gadster, Grumpy Gatsberry, the Grumpster? Did I see what the Grumpster was up to? No, man. I can't look at a small child, a small constipated child, and think anything but that they probably need their diaper changed. Um, when it comes to uh, and if she wasn't such an ugly, unoffensive, despicable person and at heart, if she wasn't such a grumpster, then I could take her more seriously. But people that harbor evil towards the world and towards humanity, I don't want to participate with, man. You got to love your fellow man and promote cheap power, goodness and well-being, and our shared battle against the material sphere and its thrashing elements and overproduction of gold and fresh water and its overproduction of huge insurmountable mountains surrounding our little pocket of paradise. And anybody that talks shit about our natural environment is just, they got their head straight up their ass. There is no impending apocalypse on the horizon. It's except for at an individual level. The great farce of the changing seasons of the weather has nothing to do with their scientific analysis. They think that they can analyze what's going on in the cosmos. Well, I tell them they're wrong. Um, okay, Monsieur Tiedrick is mentioning the great and powerful woo woo goddess of the mysteries, clairvoyant and divine, feminine enchantress, Miss Gigi Young. Put your hands together for the luxury of her silken robes as she sashays out onto the podium. Look at the flutter of her long lashes, winking at the seduction of those azure blue eyes. Are they trained on you, my friend? You had better hope not, for she has the power to cast a curse. She could drain a man of his entire life of semen in a single glance. She could weaken the bones of the most stalwart warrior. She could gray the hair of a CEO or a leader of industry in a single night. She has the power of the succubus. Shit, yeah. She's a clairvoyant, bro. She's not a magician. She doesn't know the first fucking thing about magic. She knows the real magic, the magic of charm, the magic of poise. Do you find me charming, Monsieur Tidrick? Come here, my dear. Would you like to see my boudoir? Shall I part the velvet curtains and invite you into the flowery battlefield? No, I'm not, bro. I could see through it though. I could see through the deception. Um, and to randomly pontificate on the likes of Steiner by anyone. And maybe I am sexist, Jeff. Maybe it's true because I don't like Blavatsky either. Let me see. Is there a single priestess that I like? I like Miss Mary Moon. So, no, it's not sexism. It's the doctrine and the dogma. Sadly, bro. I wish it were just a sexist bone in my body, but I don't. I'm not a misogynist and I'm not a sexist. I love sexy women that can reign in positions of power, but not the ones who are tricking you, not the ones in it for the grift, bro. DJ's a smart cookie, but he's a grifter too, to an extent. Um, he's not really. He pulls his punches. He and we all self censor. And I said this last time, Callie Karen, if you're out there spying on me to report back to DJ and say that I've been talking shit about him again, which is no problem. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to talk a little shit. Um, no, DJ's not a grifter. I take that back. Not in any way. He's just very careful. This doesn't even work, bro. This does not help increase the level of my clarity with this fucking thing. Um, Callie Karen was over in the live chat at Dark Journalist, fucking the Eighth Sphere video, talking a gang of shit about your old boy Frank Monday. Isn't that sad? That's okay. She still loves me, I think. She just wanted to keep me on my toes, make sure I don't trust people too easily. Dark Journalist is a smart man. Um, because he realizes the value of a dynamic duo, right? I would love to take Mary Moon on as my Gigi Young, my high priestess of the airwaves. But I don't think she's interested in doing that. Maybe she is. I don't know. She's never reveals herself though, even though she's extremely beautiful. I've seen her. She revealed herself one time, little sneak peek. But for some reason, she doesn't. Maybe it's because having a cannon etheric weapon pointed directly at you and putting you under the highest level of scrutiny and magnitude in the public sector is spiritually damaging. Just like when you go to university and you have to read textbook after textbook of mental diarrhea from some ivory tower eggheads, and then You yourself have to become one of those eggheads and pontificate on their folly and create a bunch of your own folly as well. Just, I mean, she summed it up best. Miss Mary Moon summed it up best. I don't know why Karen did that, man, because she's got a bad reputation of causing trouble, and a lot of people ban her. But I don't ban anyone, even if someone talks shit. I welcome you, Callie Karen. I love you. I know you're struggling. We're all struggling. The struggle is real, but you got to gradually overcome it each day and never perpetrate treachery on people who've shown you kindness in the past. Never, because that's what paying it forward's all about. You have to continually pay it forward, even if people. What did the famous magician say? Turn the other cheek, right? What he meant was turn your fucking back and show him your ass cheeks and head off into the fucking abodes of the future. Man, these guys are really out getting it. That guy jogging has got beautiful breasts. If I was a homosexual, I'd be like, hey baby, where you going? What you doing? Out jogging. What you come over here? I'll show you some magic. I'll whip out my magic wand and cast a spell that you'll never forget. Um, no, I'm not going to pontificate on DJ and Gigi. I love the both of them. I disagree with everything that comes out of Gigi's mouth for some reason. Um, if she could articulate a single sentence that made me think that she wasn't filled with treachery, I'd be more than willing to bow and worship her at her feet. But I see an underlying spirit of wickedness in that woman. Mark my words, maybe one day it'll come out. The scandals will be revealed and you'll see what's really going on. And you'll be like, look, Frank Monday was right all along. Oh. But I hope not. I hope I'm not entirely accurate in my assessment. But read the book Blink, Jeff, if you don't believe me. The amount of calculations I've made in the realm of the major arcana and the minor arcana and the book of changes and the unchanging truth, I think that I have a pretty well refined short sampling. Do you know what a short sampling is? It's a 30-second assessment of an individual. That's all you've got to make a first impression. Very first time you engage in someone's energy, they've got a 30-second interview, and you either win or lose them in that first 30 seconds. And so obviously, I won your support, Jeff, and you're a like minded person. You also support Gigi and Dark Journalist and who's that kid with the dirty diaper that you love so much? That constipated one that's always running around with her head like a chicken with her head chopped off, saying the sky is falling. It's been burning since the world's been turning. Yeah, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. I love you, Jeff, but we are running out of time for today's broadcast. So I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you are doing well. Join me in prayer, good man. Holy art thou, Lord of the universe, the vast and the mighty one, creator of heaven and earth, maker of all things, both visible and invisible, master of the light and of the darkness. We adore thee and we invoke thee. Send us one of your holy guardian angels to protect and guide us through the innumerable snares of the earthly sphere, and a cleansing wind to disperse all negativity and endless human opinion, which obfuscates the subtle truth nearly beyond recognition. But there are those among us, dear Lord, your humble sheep, that would rise up and be, may I say, the shepherds of your flock, and give us the fortitude and strength, the insight and wisdom, the power of perception to do just that and lead the tribe to victory after victory over the forces of evil, to vanquish all tyranny beset on the mind of man and woman. For you know how I love my women, dear Lord, your daughters, our mothers and sisters and aunts and cousins and nieces. All of them are here to worship in the light of the divine. I don't know, maybe they're not. Not all of them. Most of them, though. You guys know how the story goes. No, I'm not a violent person. Not at all, man. I got to be pushed into a corner in order to fight. Hey, are there other people in the ideas room? No. Oh, free gift from God. Um, welcome to the show. I was asking about you in the comment section, and I was wondering, do you have a Christian name that I can call you by? And do you have a um, headquarters? Where is your headquarters centered? If you're willing to reveal those two details, I like to call people by their name and think about where they are in the world. That way I can send my energy directly to you or send address my message to you. You know what I mean? Unless you're on the lam or in the witness protection program or hiding from the long arm of the law, then I like to know a little bit. Because, like for Monsieur Diedrich, for example, he's out in the deep, dank swamplands of southern Florida, right out at the head, the tip of the spear, right? Jeff, you could swim across the canal and pick me up a box of Cubans. That would be nice, bro. Any flavor, man. Pick me up a dozen boxes and put them in a wooden crate and stick them on a canoe with a little paper fan and launch them in my direction out across the great seas because I could use a delicious Cuban at this time or a Dominican. I got nothing against Dominicans. What happened that Jeff said I'm not a violent purpose? Okay, so free gift from God. Give me a call sign if you do care to. If not, it doesn't matter. Am I trying to hit on Miss Moon? No, I don't try anything. I just do it, right? Like the living dead girl. Um, uh, I hit on her constantly. I am constantly openly. I'm not trying to hide it. I am openly flirtatious with our beloved house astrologer who deems to grace us with her presence occasionally, sometimes regularly, unless she's doing housework. Um, and I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm not trying to get in there and cuck her husband. I know she's a married woman, and that makes it all the more enticing. And I'm not in an open relationship that I know of, unless there's something my wife's not telling me. Maybe I should have both my children's DNA tested to make sure. But then you have to trust the people you're giving your money to test the DNA. I've never bought into that horse shit. I'm gonna give you a couple of $100 to put a swab in a little vial and lay down the law as to who I am. I fucking know who I am. I'm a German Irish Jew. You should pay me if you want to sample my. Now they're sampling the DNA every 2 to 3 days to see how it's morphing under their new their new horror show. Guys, we got about 5 minutes left. Just enough time for one more JP Farrell, then I got to hit the road. Um, oh, that's right. You are a Frank. I keep thinking you're someone else. But yeah, you told me that last time. And now that you've told me a second time, I'll probably forget again. But if you tell me a third time, I'll definitely remember. No, not to worry. Gift from God. Yeah, you're a Frankist just like me out there in Happy Land. Jive. I've never been to Jersey. I might like to pay a visit one day, though. I've driven through there. I've been to New York and I've been around that area. And possibly I was in a hypnotic altar and on a Manchurian mission, right? And I might have done something in Jersey. You never know. I need to look more into Jersey, and I will do that. That's my homework for the weekend. I'm looking into Jersey, man, because there's something going on over there that nobody's talking about. They're hiding the real history. Oh, Miss Mary Moon, you're here. You're late for the show. That's okay. I was just telling Frank, Frank out in Jersey, that I am openly flirtatious with you, Miss Mary Moon. And I hope you don't find that offensive. I hope you find it empowering. We're in the secret garden hiding from Lithium Head, and I'm enjoying my last JP Farrell before I got to go start class. My wife made me swear I wouldn't smoke in the rental car because we got to return it, and so and she's like that. She wants everything spotless. She wants to give things back to people just the way she got them or better. Yeah, not to worry. What's the expression? Puff, puff, give, give. Don't be fucking up the rotation. Oh wow, my power dropped to zero on my phone. Can you believe it? That's strange.
I think I need to get the battery replaced on my phone, guys.
Maybe not. Maybe I just need to stop live streaming so much. Puff, puff, give, nigga. Don't be fucking up the rotation. I think in that expression, it's appropriate to say nigga because we said it so much as kids, you know. And then everybody changed it around. The millennials have a new way to say it, but it's not the old school way. The way I say it is old school. It's puff puff give, puff puff pass, nigga. Puff puff give, nigga. Puff puff give give. Puff puff give, nigga. Don't be fucking up the rotation. I can't remember now. They fucked me up. That dreaded Mandela effect has ruined everything. It was the year 2012 in the common era. I'm glad you Jersey boys are still rolling strong, man, and not putting up with the PC culture and the horse shit and being called a racist. Oh my God, Frank Bunn said, nigga, he a racist. Shit. You guys don't even know the truth of reality. They deny it. They constantly deny the truth of reality. That's all right. I'll let them misinterpret me and try to lampoon me on the cross. Crucify him on the cross of the PC culture. I'll take one for the team, guys. You guys know better than that horse shit. Let them say whatever the fuck they want. Like they said that whole same shit about Rogan, which Rogan probably is. All truth be told. Has Rogan ever had a black man on his show? I don't know that he has, man. And it may not have anything to do with anything else but venue and locality. Like, I don't, we've only got one or two black guys at our school. How's that my fault, you know? And the one on our team, I hang out with him all the time. I love the motherfucker. He's smarter than the whole rest of the team. He knows how to fucking conduct himself in a professional manner, and he's as ghetto as I am. So we see eye to eye. He's like the Black Frank Monday, and I'm the white, I guess, if that's what you want to call it, black and white. Why can't there be any yellow, brown, or chocolate? You know, whatever happened to the red man? It's racist to say red man, then why isn't it racist to say white man or black man? The fuck you talking about? Y'all stupid. Y'all just dumb. That's what, not you guys. I'm not talking to my audience. I'm talking to the occasional troll who might wander in and nitpick the Karens out there, whether they be in California or Kaminamia. But yeah, guys, I've run out of things to talk about. I got a big day. I got shit to do. It's a Friday. I love y'all good looking, sexy people. I thank you for tuning in. I implore you to check me out on buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday. The chat's not loading in a timely fashion, guys. I find it extremely frustrating to not be able to chat with you guys in real time. I'm gonna have a 3 hour show this weekend. The lines are open to call ins. If you want to be on the show, in the next 24 hours, send me an email or get ready to call in when I go live because let's open this Pandora's box. Let's light the fuse on that string of firecrackers and get this party started. It is the eighth lunar moon in the year 2022. The moon is right now trying to tell us more about it, Miss Mary Moon. The moon is transitioning. I don't know at what time today or what time in your part of the world, but the moon is in its final phase, transiting from Aquarius into Pisces. And so you guys know I'm gonna be on fire this weekend. I'll probably get myself a bottle of wine, maybe a small bottle of whiskey, maybe a fucking half a case of beers. Who knows? Let's have a party this weekend because it is the Mid Autumn Festival by the Chinese calendar. This is their Halloween, guys. This is when they really throw down, and they're all going to be out in the restaurants getting drunk and eating mooncakes and shaking their love makers, their money maker, rattling their talking stick and really having a good time. And I'll be participating in some of that. I won't film much of it because I find it intrusive to point your camera around when people are, merging with the way and really enjoying the festivities of the year. But you can be rest assured, folks, that I'll be behind the scenes partying like a rock star. Um, yes, we're doing a call in show probably twice this weekend. So, Mary, if you'd call in and give us some astrological advice, that would be awesome. If I make any money off the show, which I never do because this is a non monetized endeavor, right? Just do it for love if you do it for any other reason. Um, yeah, yeah, the lunar calendar's the way to go, huh? And it all lined up too. The great tyrannical day of, I mean, tyrannically enforced day of Venus, the Venusian day, Friday, when everybody says, thank God it's Friggadagen, right? So they worship the goddess Columbia on Friday without wittingly knowing it. And Miss Mary Moon's going to be there. Thank you. Oh, Miss Mary Moon, I wanted to mention, thank you for doing my mother's birth chart. That's awesome, man. And I find it super, uh, un unpredictably interesting, or what is the word, unsurprisingly interesting. But I think both of our fathers and our mothers have similar birth charts. That's very, very interesting, right? So if anyone out there in the genocide genetics, eugenics, that's the science. If anybody out there in eugenics wants to figure out how you make more Frank Mondays and Mary Moons, all you have to do is look at our parents' birth charts, which are in the public domain now, and then work your ass off to get those kind of people together and have babies based on our birth charts, and you'll be able to reproduce and clone us at will. That's a lot of factors that's a lot of numbers to crunch. I don't think there's a supercomputer out there that could do it except for the great one, the great Godhead, the vast and the mighty one. Yeah, if your laptop will work out, let's schedule it, man. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna put everyone into a hypnotic revelry and cast them into deep slumber, and then jump up myself at like 3 a.m. afternoon or 3 4 a.m. and get it fired off by like 4:20, and then that way I'll be broadcasting in prime time television for the retired people, for the geriatrics. So go into every retirement home in your country and tell them to tune in for Frank Monday, um, their Friday evening, as a source of revelry and recreation for they should have YouTube TVs in every retirement home, and they should be able to get the Frank Monday channel live on demand anytime they want it. Um, that would be cool. And I say that because yeah, so thank you so much for doing that for my mom. She'll enjoy that. I say that only halfway in jest because I got in trouble for something at school one time, and they said that I should do community service, and I ended up doing like an entire summer of weekends. Like I must have done something pretty bad. I forgot what it was, but I did like a summer of Saturdays, 8 hours a day at the geriatrics home. And I went to 75% of them. I had the whole like 6 weeks or not, like 10 weeks of the summer scheduled to do volunteer work. And I think I stole my mom's car or something, you know. Got drunk, got in trouble, got arrested by the police, got brought home by the cops in the middle of the night. I was a teenager, but I ended up having to work in old folks' homes and playing with them, and it was great. That was the best fucking summer I ever had. I was like, it was the saddest thing was, you know, knowing that they were going to die soon and that all that wisdom is being lost and people don't interact with them, yeah, or young people, and that they're kind of ostracized from our culture. And I was like, wow, this is the Library of Alexandria. You can sit down with the greatest stories never written at any time. And as long as you know they're not overly medicated and they still have some clarity, fuck, they could lay it on you and they'd pull no punches either. They'd tell you shit you'd never hear anywhere else, you know. Most of it reinforced what my father told me, so I knew that he was not lying to me. I had community service in an old folks home. Oh my fucking God in heaven! I told you, Mary, we are a split soul, man. Don't let anybody find this out. Now that they found, if they find both facets of that single soul, they could kill us simultaneously, and we'd slam back together in the spirit world in an internal embrace. Don't let your I hope your husband never watches my show, man. He's not gonna appreciate any of the horse shit I come up with. Guys, I gotta run. I'm running out of time. So this time is the end for real. It's the end. This is the end. Just like the doors, man. Eeh, I don't want to think about those charlatans. I love y'all good looking, sexy people. Keep on keeping on. As above, so below, as we wander into the abodes of the future, do good magic. This is the third and 40 day of the 100-day challenge, and I hope you are doing well. Ad astra per aspera, my beloved friends. Until next time, 再见.